Hi, and welcome to another video. This week I'm taking you with me for a plein-air painting session on my local park. I've got everything here ready to pack up, but first breakfast. So this is what I'll be taking. It's a lovely spring day here, so there's going to be a lot of green and blues. So I've picked out a range of paints. I've got ultramarine, cerulean blue, burnt sienna, which I like to mix into these two to tone them down, Payne's grey and yellow ochre. Then I've just got some water and water in a spray bottle as well. A little bit of green ink that I've mixed up, so this is just acrylic ink. White paint, I've only got huge tubes of this, so I've just put it into a ramekin. Paintbrushes and palette knives, and these are just my go-to brushes. Some kitchen roll, my pencil roll with Derwent Inktense pencils and Derwent colouring pencils, and a Tupperware filled with woodies, oil pastels and Caran d'Ache Neocolour 2s. And I'll use the top of this Tupperware as a palette whilst I'm out. And then a big A3 pad of Sea White of Brighton's cartridge paper. And a little wildlife book, just because I love spotting things whilst I'm out. So we'll get going and see what I can paint today. See you later, man. Say hello to everyone. See you later. We're just heading down to a quiet spot on the park, and a word of warning, I'm not expecting to create a masterpiece here. Plein-air painting for me is all about capturing the energy and feeling of a place and letting me experience as much as I can whilst I'm there. So I'll be focusing on the mark making and colour, and not a realistic rendering of the view in front of me. This is the spot I've chosen. The initial elements I'm noticing are the vivid blue and green colours, which are going to be difficult for me to capture as I prefer more muted tones, but these colours are unmistakably part of the place. The interesting lines in the sky from clouds and plains, the different tree forms, some with bare branches and some in full leaf, and the dandelions and their seeds blowing in the breeze. I start with my usual process of wetting the paper and applying acrylic ink to capture the basic composition with the semicircle of lawn in front and the trees beyond. I add a bit of line work in with a pencil, then go on to applying thicker layers of acrylic paint. I'm just squirting the paint onto the paper directly from the tubes, as I can mix the colours as I go. I find it a bit less wasteful doing this rather than using a palette whilst I'm outside, as the paint can dry very quickly.
If you do love me, you should let me go. I am all the rush you've been waiting for, and you said at least this is what you want. If you do love me, you'll be happy.
I now want to capture those lines of clouds, and I do this by applying a thick layer of paint with the palette knife and scratch through. Then I go back in with the green acrylic ink to add interest to the background trees, and use a pencil to add texture and mark making.
Am I over you? Am I
also want to capture the longer grasses, dandelions and white butterflies, so go in with some green oil pastel marks and some dabs of white paint.
If you do love me, you should let me go. I am all the rush you've been waiting for, and you said at least this is what you want. If you do love me, you'll be hanging on. Everything you know is not your fault. In my eyes you're something, in my eyes you're all. Everything you do will make it fall. In my eyes you're something, in my eyes you're all.
Here I add some definition of branches with a black Stabilo woody crayon. And finally, some splats of white paint to represent all the dandelion seeds blowing in the breeze. I really hope you enjoyed coming along with me for this plein air painting session, and I hope to do many more of these over the summer. Thanks so much for watching.